Late night trip to Walmart for some ice cream ends with me not getting no ice cream, getting my ass whooped, having to chunk them with some food all throughout Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I lose my car keys, broke my EBT card, so now I can't even go to another store and buy something or buy nothing to drink. Like, it was just horrible, bro. All because, you know what I mean? I just took a regular night out to Walmart, and then when somebody trying to come give me some issues, you know what I'm saying? On some, this man, I'm not even gonna say, but you know what I'm saying? Basically, this man had a problem with me not being a gang member anymore. And because of that, he walked up to me. When he walked up to me, I two-pieced him. And I'm telling you, with all that shit that he dropped on the ground, I don't think he was prepared to fight me. I don't think he really thought that that was what was going to go down. Then he thought he was going to make him a YouTube video of me punking me or something. Or I don't know what he thought, you know what I'm saying? But he thought wrong, for sure.
Not the broken EBT card. Ooh, wee. That, yeah, them's fighting words. Them's fighting actions. Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it. You already know, like a broken EBT card habit. Bye up. Bye up. Let's get to this intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate your support. I'm very humbled. Not the, hey, no, guard, not the EBT card broken all up in Walmart, right? If that ain't embarrassing, man, I don't know what is. But this actually came across my feed, right? And it's a dude from Sacramento who dropped out of the gang, who tells his stories, man. I got nothing but respect for this dude. He tells his stories, and I like the way he does it because he's pretty blunt, real as fuck. Some of the guys he mentions, I know who he's talking about, right? And, you know, he doesn't just talk about his W's. He'll talk about his L's as well, right? But in this case, he got caught slipping at Walmart. So Dropout gets caught slipping, right? Hey, it's bound to happen eventually. You know, every time I go out and about, man, I'm bobbing and weaving and I'm looking, right? And I think that just comes with being in prison or being a gang member, period. Your awareness is always up, right? You're taught at a very young age, keep your awareness up. So I'm the type of person, I go up inside a store or anywhere, right? I'm looking at people's hands. I'm seeing what they got in their hands, waistband, seeing their tattoos, seeing if they're mean mugging, shoulder shrugging, whatever it is. And I'm not going to fucking see them and then turn around and walk out. I'm going to probably approach them, not in a vicious manner, but in a civil manner, and be just like, hey, what's up? A simple, hey, what's up, can determine whether it's going to go down or not, right? But it's all about the way you say what's up. If you're like, what's up? They're going to be like, well, what's up? And then what's up? What's up? What's up? And the next thing you know, there's a spilled Pepsi and a broken fucking EBT card, and you're all mad because you can't get another one, right? This was too much. Hey, he was highly upset that his EBT card got broken. Not stolen, wasn't missing, didn't lose it. That motherfucker got cracked. I don't know what type of punch that other man threw, but whatever he did, that fool tried to block it with his EBT card. And that shit snapped on him, right? He was upset. Now, you could tell by the tone of his voice, he just took it on the chin and it was what it was, right? But I've told people, especially people that have dropped out of the gangs or backed up from work for whatever, or were pushed out of the gangs, right? Because not everyone's a dropout. Some people got removed. Some people got waxed. Some people got kicked in their ass up out of there, right? And those guys right there are, I guess, considered dropouts because people loosely use that term, even though it means something else, right? We can get all into what that word really means, but at the end of the day, does it even fucking matter? We're on the streets, right? In prison, yes, it means something. On the streets, I guess if you want to play prison, run with it, right? But I guess you would consider this guy a righteous dropout. And so he went into Walmart. And I always tell youngsters or anyone, like, hey, Walmart is the hood store, right? Everybody's going to Walmart. All the baby mamas. If you want a baby mama, you want to meet a chick with 6 kids? Aisle 9, got you. Just go right there in the fruit juice or the cereal aisle, and I guarantee you're gonna meet a torta with some kid habits. Bye. She's C-sectioned out the game. Okay, scars everywhere. C-section scars so big it wraps around her stomach all the way to her back. I guarantee you're gonna find it if that's what you're looking for, right? You're gonna find gang members. You're gonna find Asians that can't drive. You're gonna find a lot of different shit. Shout out to my Asian people. They're mad at a motherfucker right now, right? You're going to find a lot going on at Walmart. Walmart is diversified. It's multicultural. You know, you got the brothers, man. Hey, if you see a thick white girl, look, I'm going to explain something to you guys. If you see a thick white girl with booty from here to aisle 10, right? Guaranteed a brother with dreadlocks is right beside her. Or he's in the next aisle grabbing the Cajun seasoning for the shrimp boil. I guarantee it, right? Getting that obey. Brothers being there like, hey, make sure you get that obey, bitch. I'm telling you. Another thing you'll catch at Walmart is some weird individuals, right? But like in certain areas, like in Northern California, Southern California, you got to be on point because you might run into an enemigo, someone from a different barrio. Because like I said, Walmart, money's green at Walmart. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit about what gang you're from, none of that, right? As long as you show them your fucking receipt when you're leaving. That's it, period. And it goes down at Walmart. You see videos all over social media, man, where it goes down left and right. But anyways, this guy get caught slipping, right? So he had a hankering for some ice cream on the late night and thought he was just going to go into a Sacramento Walmart and not run into someone from Big Sakura, right? Well, that ain't the way it works, right? I commend this dude for being in the standings he's in and still in his hometown striving, mobbing around, right? And he got recognized. And, you know, a lot of the times, dudes that just know who you are, know your history, your story, they're going to see you, bro, and they're going to give you distance. You know, especially if they're with their family, their kids, they're going to give you a pass. And it's not necessarily them giving you a pass. They're giving themselves a pass as well because they're like, hey, this dude right here, he might be a dropout. He might be that, but he'll fuck around and fight, right? And they're not trying to do all that. So they might mean mug from a distance, all up in the toy aisle over the WWE figures, the LJNs looking at you crazy, right? But usually nothing ever goes down. But when it does, best believe that dude is usually prepared. He knows what time it is. Let me tell you guys a little story, right? So I had never really had no issues or no problems with being non-active at stores in my hometown. Before I started doing YouTube and all that, then that made me a little bit more, I guess, famous, a little bit more recognizable. But those who knew my story knew what was up, and a lot of them were my homeboys, and they didn't give a fuck, right? To be honest with you. I mean, I wasn't going to the carne asadas anymore and going drinking with them and kicking it, but I lived in town, bro. I was on parole. I couldn't go nowhere. Didn't have a vehicle at that time for a minute, so I was mobbing around the West, right? Like, fuck it. Just straight up motherfucking roller skating. And there was a couple times people were like, what's up, right? And it was like, I can't go nowhere. I got to take off running, bro. It's just, we going to fight or fucking, we going to smile at each other. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't get into a few confrontations because I did, absolutely. But eventually that died down. And it was like, people knew like, hey, this fool's out here, but he's not a threat. He's not out here trying to represent. He's not out here coming around, spreading poison. He's just doing his time. He's just doing his thing, right? Trying to get the fuck up out of here, do his little parole and do it, push him, which is what I was trying to do with my baby mama and shit. And I didn't try to play the active role around active dudes. Like I let everyone know what it was with me. And so, you know, hey, look, they're going to figure you out anyways. Motherfuckers checking paperwork on the streets like it's Folsom or something. So anyways, this particular situation, I just got out, right? Now, mind you, before I went in, I was super duper active, all in the mix. And I mean, I was in the regiment. I was functioning around some high power ass homeboys. Like the chick I was with, she was from Sanho, but she had just moved to Merced. And our pad was like the spot. And all the homegirls pads were the spot. Everyone partied, yayed out, just kicking it for gang banging, guns, everything you could think of. When you think about gang mentality, gang style, that's exactly what was going down, right? But she was a go-getter. She was down, right? I'm not gonna say I kind of turned her out as far as when I met her, she was a square. She knew a little bit about a lot of it, but she wasn't really in the mix. I was her first boyfriend that was really like a Norteno, and that was in that, you know, living that style and to that certain level. And so she quickly got adapted to that. All my homegirls became her homegirls, and we just hung around. It was like the movie Goodfellas. We only hung around each other. There was never no outsiders, right? It was just the homies, and anyone else could get it. Us against everyone, the whole neighborhood against everybody. And so, and that's right. We formed a close bond. She was, like I said, She rolled hard with me when I went to Juarez, Mexico on the run. She was sending me money, Western Union, taking care of me, coming to visit me in fucking Arizona on Mother's Day. That's her shit. On Valentine's Day, like she was just with the cause, right? And so what happened was I was at her pad, which was our pad when it got raided and I got snatched up, right? And I ended up taking a deal for 4 years. So I go to prison for 4 years. And while I'm in Tracy, I had told her in the county, like, hey, it's best if you just go your own way because, you know, I'm not the type of dude to fucking be stressing off a woman or be hard timing, right? You see them do, what are you wearing right now? Not the fucking panties with the cherries on them, right? They're all stressed out. Where's my cell phone at? Did you put it up? Nah, her Sancho's fucking on it right now, playing fucking Jules, fucking that Jewel drop or whatever. Motherfuckers on Cashman Casino playing. Come on, bro. Your shit's tossed up. Let it go. You're tossed up like her shit's tossed up. It's done. So I didn't want to go through that because I seen people hard timing. I seen people fucking end themselves. I seen people J-Cat out, fucking white cock all over themselves. Like they just go crazy over their chick, stressing off what she's doing. When she's doing exactly what they're stressing off of, but they can't do nothing about it. They lost their turn, right? So with that being said, I didn't want to go that route. So I told her, hey, it's just push, whatever. Now, deep down in my heart, I didn't think she would. Deep down in my heart, it was like, I told her that. Really, I wanted her just to write me from time to time, send some sexy pictures, and put a little money on my books, right? If she could do that, when we get out, we got a chance. But if she chose to fucking move on, cool. Don't move on with any of my homeboys or nothing. So what's the first thing she did? Well, guess what? A little young homeboy maxed out Hawaii. He was like 18, 19 years old, got out, you know what I'm saying, Mongolian drop, kind of looking smooth, right? And they went to a party, and next thing you know, a palo. Right now, mind you, we were still lightweight together. I guess she took it literally when I told her kick rocks, right? I did it, but I guess she did. And so she's talking to this dude. I guess they hooked up, whatever. This dude's infatuated. He proposes within 3 days. Hey, we're going to get married. You're going to be my wife and everything. If he only knew, right? If he only knew that, hey, if you try the other hole, you're going to be greatly disturbed and disappointed. So with that being said, she's still sending me pictures and letters and everything in Tracy prison. And then one day I get a letter from this dude, right? And he writes me all high power. He's a little homie. I had never met him. I guess he got jumped in YA or something. I don't know, right? But he gets at me, hey, homie, I don't appreciate you writing my lady. That's my wife. We're going to get married. Hold up, motherfucker. I broke her in. Do you understand? Hey, listen, Robert De Niro from the movie Casino. I'm the dude she's giving the stack to, right? You should have did it your fucking self, punk. Right? I'm that guy. You know, I'm the guy that's working her. So calm down, relax. You can have her. In the meantime, I'll take her on the in-between time. How about that? There's always going to be that bond there. Like I said, man, I broke her in. So, and respects to her. She's a good woman. She was doing exactly what I told her to do. So anyways, he writes me this crazy ass letter. I get back at him like, hey, bro, fuck what she's going through. You should be writing me on some homeboy shit. Anyways, I'm an active Norteno. You're a homeboy. You know, I'm saying it in different wording, but because of course I'm not letting the cops know that I read our letters, what time it is, but you get what I'm saying. And this motherfucker said, fuck you, this, and that. He writes me back. So I write him one more letter. I said, when we meet, it's going to be a rather sharp, momentous occasion. Meaning when I see, I'm probably going to stab you, right? I know she's going to run him down exactly how I was. Now, I go to fucking Susanville prison. I go here, I go there. Things happen, right? I end up becoming non-active anymore. So now I forget all about the threats and all about the fucking chick, and I'm not worried about it. So I do years in prison. I get out. There's a store in Merced called Rancho San Miguel. It's a big Mexicano store, like a superstore, right? They got all the bomb-ass carnitas, everything Mexicano right there. Everyone goes there. It's the only spot like that, right? And so my tío was like, hey, let's go get some carnes, barbecue. I just got out that day. Now, mind you, when I got locked up, I was living with that chick, and I had all my Jordans there, all my ropa, my clothes, everything owned. Everything I owned was there at her pad, right? Motherfuckers just partying with my Jordans on. So I had wrote this chick maybe like 6 months prior to me getting out, like, hey, whatever happened to all my shit? Did you put it in storage like I asked you to? And because I had asked my tia to go pick it up. My tia went to her pad, and she was like, oh, everything's in storage. She gave my tia the runaround, right? So I'm walking through Rancho San Miguel, and I run into this chick, right? And first I see her daughter. Her daughter's a little bit older than I remember. You know, she was young when we got together. So she sees me and her eyes get big, like, oh, there he is. And she runs down the next aisle and tells her mom. And so they can't avoid me. They hit the corner. When they hit the corner, I see her. I just smile like, she looks still looking good. It's been a minute, right? Shit, I would have been without. I don't even got to make a phone call. Let's go, right? Now, mind you, her old man at the time he had went to prison as well. He did like a couple years. Mind you, I was down for 4 years, so he did a couple years, right? I think a little violation, maybe 2 violations, whatever. He's all spun out, but he gets out. And he gets out a couple weeks after. So I get out that day. He's going to get out a couple weeks after, but I don't give a fuck about what he's going through. So I see her, right? What's up? First thing I asked her, say, where's all my clothes and shit at? Because I'm paroled with nothing. I have nothing, right? 200 in gate money. That's it. We're about to spend that on beer and meat. So I'm like, what's up? And she was like, look, I got something to tell you. I already know, right? I'm like, what's good, right? I had already got out and looked on her Facebook because I'm trying to get me something, right? And I see her old man with my hat on. I knew it was my hat because I had different types of hats that no one else had, right? Motherfucker got my hat on and shit. I'm like, oh, if this bitch don't stop it, right? So I'm like, what's up? She was like, hey, the day after you got locked up, all your homeboys came to my pad to party and they took all your shit. They said you're the homie from their hood and they stole my shit, right? Which is cool. Whatever. I had to chalk that one to the game. But it was true. They got it. And so it's years later, man. The fucking Jordans weren't even popular no more. Not those ones. And so I'm like, well, fuck all that. What's up? She was like, give me your number, right? So boom, boom, boom. Give her my little number. Slide out. She texted me that evening. She's like, what's up? We should meet up at a hotel. Kick it, right? Things have changed. I need to run you down. So bam, we go kick it at a motel. I get the motel in my name, right? Like a dumbass. Next thing you know, we're getting raided. Boom, we're getting raided. And the parole and probation officers, I guess what they do is they go to all the local little seedy motels and they check to see who was all up in there. And they see my name. They knew I was on parole. They raided, right? They got me snatched up, got her snatched up, right? Come to find out, this chick is a big time dealer at the time. I didn't even know she done got in the game. They catch her with a whole bunch of shit on her, right? She's like, it's all mine. She's a G for that, right? Bam. I go to her Heffa's house. I leave. They let me go to her Heffa's house. We bail her out that night. So bam, we finished what we started, right? Now she got a case though, right? And this was back in the days. And so anyways, me and her fucking around for like a week. And then it's kind of just like, we lose contact. And I get with my other chick. Now, mind you, this dude gets out like the next week after that. She's a real one. So she tells him, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I ran into him. We reminisced a little bit, but we've decided mutually it ain't like that no more. And I told him I was married. She was married, told boy, right? I guess they got married or whatever. I guess what he said was true. And so here we go, right? So I get with another chick, my baby mama, and it's me, her, and a homegirl, and we're pulling in. We had just went in Walmart. We did our little shopping. And we're pulling out. And as we're pulling out, I see her SUV. She had an SUV on rims and shit, beat. And I see her bumping, and I see this dude, right? Now, mind you, I thinking about years back when he talked shit, when I was active, and he was active, and I could have got him whacked because he was violating bond 4, but whatever. I see him, I tell my homegirl, hey, double back. And my chick just looks at me. She was like, oh, man. I said, double back, man. Fuck this, right? So as we pull up right beside him, they're getting off the car to go shopping. I'm right there. I pull up next to him, like, what's up? What's up? And I say her name, right? And she just looks and she's like, oh, fuck. I put her on blast with her old man. I don't care, right? That fool's like, oh, you fucking drop out. You want to get active? I said, yes, I do. Right. And so that motherfucker came running up to the car. Hey, I got to give him his respect. That motherfucker tried to do it, right? I hit him in the head with a can of green beans. Bing, split his shit. He fell back. I said, man, now if that ain't active, I don't know what is, right? Moral to the story is, the long ass story is, shit goes down at Walmart, right? Hey, this dude got a broken EBT card. I got a dented can of fucking green beans. They tasted the same, but the can didn't look right. You know, hey, I hope this guy got reimbursed by the state for his EBT card and they ran him a new one so he can get him something to drink, because God forbid this dude, would go on the internet and say, damn, boy, I can't even get nothing to drink. Hey, it's called get a job. That's it. Right? Anyways, with that being said, man, it's not a laughing matter really though, man, because shit could go down. Now, imagine the people that are just shopping at Walmart that are innocent, or any other store, any other place, gas stations, taco trucks, tattoo shops, Walmarts, places that people from the criminal element frequent, right? Imagine you're all up in the store and motherfuckers start shooting, stabbing, going off. You're with your kids, just trying to buy some ice cream or whatever, right? And all you see is blood, broken EBT cards, and spilt Pepsis. You're going to be kind of upset, huh? I don't know, man. The dropout active shit is crazy. But I'll tell you guys, honestly, this is just honestly, man. A lot of times you run into dudes that are active and they're just not even tripping. they're like, hey, bro, I ain't even tripping off that shit. That's facts, right? And then there are some that are. It just is what it is. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. This video is sponsored by Vario Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Central Valley, pull up to Vario Liquors in Turlock and get you something cold to drink. Also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. If you live in the Tucson area, make sure that you Google Sticks and Stones for an estimate if you need some yard work done. This is the gun, man. Bang, bang. My EBT card, my EBT card. You fucking find one on TikTok.